Hey guys, kens97sto171 back with another ATS video. Actually, a continuation of the trip we just did. Last part, we changed the transmission to a TX12 in this stock engine, stock trans. We'll see what we get mileage-wise. If it isn't good, we'll just get rid of this truck. We've got an efficient truck already with an engine that I don't love, but it's efficient. And we've got a high-power version of this, actually a couple of them. So we will see how this does with the stock TX12 and the stock MX13 510 horsepower. Changed the camera angle. I went back to the 720p camera over there. It looks like when I look to the left, I'm looking to the correct way. When I look on the OBS screen, left, right. So I think it looks correct, but I had to flip it using the other camera that's right here. You can't see it. It's right here in front of me. The head tracking camera. Having it shared seemed like it was causing some problems, so I went back to unshared and using a completely separate camera. We will try that. I don't really know. And I don't know whether it took over the properties, because I had it flipped horizontally, you know, so that when you were looking at directly at my face, when I looked that way, from your view, I looked left, and the view looked left. But I think it's correct still. I don't know. We'll see. If it's not, oh well.
Job done.
We don't have that much farther to go. 500 miles. We'll get that done pretty quick. I cropped in on the image, so you only really see my driver's face and my steering wheel. And the microphone a little bit here. Yes, it's pink. How the hell do we get out of here? We just go around. Okay. Oh, we're still in automatic mode. Let's try it. And oh, the other thing I did was I went back to streaming in 1080p.
Turn right.
And I went back to Wi-Fi on the computer. So we'll see if that makes any difference. Still getting 3,200 kilobytes.
Never mind.
So
I'll find a new route.
It may just be that my upload speed is a little worse tonight for whatever reason. Let me move this microphone out of my face just a little bit.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Yeah, see, it seems the head tracking seems much smoother. Not sharing the video output.
To turn right. Turn right.
Let's wonder why the trip info keeps reverting. Let's reset that and we'll see what we get. Theoretically, this should get worse mileage because it's a shorter ratio, 264 instead of 215 or 226 rather. Jesus Christ, dude. But you know, who the hell knows? Honestly, it doesn't seem to accelerate any different than the T18, so I don't know. Maybe it was just always skip shifting anyway, so it didn't really matter. So we'll see what view I like better. I tried looking at the video I just made, and YouTube was still processing it. It wouldn't let me play it correctly. So I'll have to look at it later. I imagine it might take just about as long to process the streamed video as it does one that you upload. I don't know. I tell you, I think the video playback in this, I think it looks better. So I think having it trying to stream in 1440 was overstressing the. And now we're getting 120 frames per second now instead of 70 something. So I think I'll just have to stream in 1080p. Let me make sure of something real quick. Let me make sure I'm actually, the game is actually in 4. Okay, yeah, it is in 1440. I thought it was, but just thought I'd make sure.
Keep left.
Sim dashboard is still cutting out. Oh shit, keep left. Sim dashboard just cut out again for some reason. So I don't think it was the fact that I was on wired network. And I disconnected the LAN cable, so it can't be doing both. It's not ever done that before. So that's a little strange. I wonder if there's something running in the background on my on the old phone that I'm using. It could be. Honestly, I think it might accelerate better with this TX12. Well, it's a shorter gear ratio, so yeah, that might be the case. And we're in top gear, and you can see the RPM is way higher. We're gonna go 85, do like we did before. Come on, fucker. Maybe cruising RPM, maybe this MX engine is more efficient running at higher RPM. That shouldn't be the case, but I don't really know. Getting 3,400 now on the streaming data rate, which is a little higher than it was. Yeah. So there's a significant difference in RPM. The that Cummins X15, we're sitting at like 1,000 revs at 85 or 1,100. It's really close to 1,000 revs. Wow. I don't know. I think it's kind of a lost cause on this engine, although we'll see. Got about 392 miles. We'll find out what's most efficient. It drives okay. You're just way over its peak torque number, and you're outside the green. We're not doing that great so far. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of a lost cause. I really like the MX series engines as far as just how they sound and they run well, and I like them. But I can't seem to find a good combination of efficiency, you know. Hell, we were averaging better than this with the 620 horsepower model. So, you know, I don't know. Something doesn't make sense, but I don't know what it is. And I've asked ChatGPT for real world data. You know, what's the best combination of engine and trans, and you know, I've tried all the combinations suggested, and also then told it, you know, about the game, and it correlated that. Like it talked about in real life, the X15, the MX13 engine from PACCAR is available with a 8 and 10 speed endurance transmission, which is not an option in the game. But there's a corresponding equivalent transmission in the game, and it told me what it was. Tried that, didn't work. No. I don't know. Come on, dude. Get the fuck out of the passing lane. Being passed by a semi, it fucking means something. Get the fuck out of the road. Yes, I'm speeding. So what? Get the fuck out of the left lane. You're passing no one. Very realistic, though. Idiots drive that way. And I do too sometimes in the game when there's no one behind me. You see a semi coming up behind you? Get over. Yeah, 5 miles, 5.5 miles per gallon so far. I mean, it's super nice to have that X15. That's super. Why did you do that? Because there's an exit lane up here, but there's no one in the fucking exit lane. Then he'll come back over afterwards. Fucking dumbass. The AI vehicles do that all the time. They go to the left lane when there's an on-ramp, even if there's no one in that on-ramp. And here's another dumb fuck in the left lane. I tell you, sometimes you just want to drill them. Out of the way, Prius. Yeah, you can tell this transmission is definitely geared to run like 65, 70. Which, you know, would be an option, except why not have both? And with the 18-speed transmission, you know, you have a better chance of, no matter what the speed, finding an appropriate gear with the appropriate RPM. At 85, you can still run at 1,000 or 1,100 revs, but if you're going slower than that, you would just run in 17 and do that. There's kind of a dead space. Like when you move your head just a little bit, you don't really get the head tracking, and that's appropriate. policeman. You don't think he would mind me going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, do you? In a semi? Nah. Ugh. Might need to redo the calibration. It does seem a little bit delayed, a little bit of, you know. I need to, the new version of Be My Tracker runs direct to the game, which is nice, and I actually do like its calibration, but after a few days I'm gonna check and see if anybody online has redone it to, you know, what are the optimal settings for ATS. I had done that with the intermediary software. It's the logo is a pink octopus. I can never remember what the hell the name of it is called. You know, there were plenty of settings available. People had done videos. What are the settings in Be My Tracker? What are the best settings in the middleman software? And then I tweaked those for my own use, but it gave me a starting point, you know. And I'll have to do the same thing, see if anybody's made an update video on the new Beam software. You know, what are the ideal settings in for ATS, and then do some tweaking.
Keep left.
This is such a pleasant truck to drive, though. I just looked over at OBS and thought I had forgot to click start streaming, which is ridiculous because I verified that the stream started. When I start these, I haven't found a really great way, because when I'm in the game like I am now, the mouse will not go over to the other screen to click on things. So you got to be in Windows. So you kind of got to like have the game up, Alt-Tab to Chrome with your YouTube page open. Go over here, click on OBS, and click Start Streaming, and then quickly look at your Chrome to make sure that the stream actually started. And then Alt-Tab back to ATS. I haven't figured out if there's a smooth way to do that. Well, one way is to have an intro. You can set up an intro to play before you start. Maybe you could time that so you have like a 30-second delay, that it would play the intro, and it would do that while I'm alt-tabbing back to the game and getting in position. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter that much, you know. I'm not out here to be a super professional streamer. It's just something to do. 115 miles to go. I will say this seems to run better at this RPM. It does definitely have more power. We're sitting at almost 6 miles per gallon. Not a hell of a lot different than what we had with the other transmission. So, you know, I don't know. Just wish, like on the Cascadia, the S13 engine has an option as a T14, 14-speed transmission, and they offer it in 3 different gear ratios: 264, 224, and I think 215. I believe they offer 3 different gear ratios. So. I just like this truck a lot more than I do the Cascadia. I like the dash cluster. I like the physical mirror and the digital mirror combination. Maybe I should we now have concluded we found the most efficient T680 with the X15 engine. Maybe I ought to try to go and do some research and find out what's the most fuel-efficient Cascadia setup and try to do some runs. It's going to be a DD something, Detroit Diesel something. What's the best combination? And the International LT with that S13 engine and T14 transmission. It's quite efficient too, but it's not 9.4 miles per gallon efficient. It's not as aerodynamic of a truck, for one thing. It's a good driving truck. See, it's got more analog gauges and things. And there's going to be a new version of this game come out, not an updated update, that's going to let you have some of the things I have on my sim dashboard right now will be on the screen in front of you as
and then turn right.
Like pop-ups. You can like widgets. And you'll be able to select what. You'll have your speed and tack, warning lights, like your headlights on and off, and some other things. This thing, the route planner there, will be more customizable. So that would make driving the Cascadia a little bit, well, sort of a little bit better. Yeah. The only real fail in that truck is just the dash cluster. What I need to do is that truck might do better with just analog gauges. I haven't tried that. There is a basic interior available with just, manual analog tack and needle, and it's got a little digital display in the middle. Maybe I ought to try that. That might actually be better. Yeah, this thing runs really good. This setup runs really well. It's got a ton of power, and that's 6 miles per gallon, though, is worse than we had before. I think we were at 6.5, but we had 9.5 out of the X15.
Right, and then exit right.
Really like the setup on the camera. Like, I can check that mirror really quick.
Exit right. Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
Oh, shit. And yeah, I know it is. I'm in a recliner, which is not ideal because it moves when you press mostly when I press the brake. But it's comfortable. 1, 3, 5, 7. So it's skip shifting with a heavy load, which means it can use a taller gear ratio.
Go straight.
I don't know. I need to do a stream with European Truck Simulator.
Keep left, and then turn.
I really
left.
like my Scania Series 4.
Turn left. This is where it ends.
Well, let's see how difficult the backup is. Of course, it's right there. Let's park the forklift and park another day cab, like, right in the fucking way. God. People do that shit in real life at deliveries. what you would do is tell them, no, I'm not delivering to that dock. You've got 3 other docks right there. I'll use that one. I should have turned already. Let me see if that works. Yeah. We'll just do that. Actually, I'm not. Don't have enough distance away for me to do that. Sometimes my paddles don't work. Dry steering, that's called dry steering, when you turn the wheel when you're not moving, is a really great way to wear out your tires. But, you know, sometimes you gotta do it. We're not going to give up parking at this point. What I'm going to do is just back up as much as I can and then square it back up. Basically, you just want to kind of split the difference there so that when you go back completely straight, you're pretty much lined up. And we pretty much are. That's kind of how you would want to do that. Also, just, maybe I've told you this, but when you're in the truck, if you're looking in the mirror, let's say you're getting tight on the left side here, you would turn the wheel, turn towards trouble, and that'll make it go the other direction. So that's just a lesson I learned as a trucker early on. Turn towards trouble. That only works with a combination trailer, though. That was a shit job. Whatever. Alright, guys, that'll be it for this and this stream. Let's see what we got fuel mileage-wise overall. And I'll check back in the truck here in a second. To 1,064. Yeah, 6.4 miles per gallon. Not amazing. Not terrible, but not amazing. Let's see if the truck agrees. I don't remember what it said. It says 6.1. but that's since our last reset, because we were less efficient this time around than with the other T18 transmission, TX18. All right, guys, that'll be it. I got to figure out how to end the stream now, because I got to exit out of the game, and only the game is shown. So if I Alt-Tab out, then it just freezes that screen, and I can work over here on this monitor over here that I have that you can't see, and then hit stop streaming. So anyway, you guys have a good day. Signing off. Be safe out there. Weird. Now it says 1500 kbps.